This is your primetime forecast from Dr. Don's Weather. A huge thank you to our amazing partners who help make it all possible. The Randolph County Commission, Inlow House Lodging, East Alabama Waste, Jimis's Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Broadcasting from the Alpha Weather Center and powered by The Oaks, Integrated Contractor Services, Stevens Home Furniture, N&W Locks, Venture Fence, Estate Masters, Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Southern Union State Community College, and the venue at 5 Points Farms. Here's Dr. Don.
And howdy-ho, East Alabama and West Georgia. It is Friday. Time now for your primetime forecast for September 26, 2025 on Dr. Don's Weather. Shall we not forget, it's the 17th annual Fall on Main Street coming up on Saturday, October 25th from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. in downtown Roanoke. We got all kinds of arts and crafts, vendors, food trucks. It is the place to be on October 25th in Roanoke, Alabama. Dr. Don's Weather will be there broadcasting live. We'll actually be there Friday afternoon broadcasting live, getting you ready for the big day, and then we'll be there through 2 p.m. on Saturday, October 25th. So I certainly hope that you rearrange your schedule and you make your plans to be with us in downtown Roanoke on October 25th for the 17th annual Fall on Main Street. Thank you, Southern Union State Community College. You are a vital part of our program here at Dr. Don's Weather, and the reason why we have been broadcasting now for 7 years, providing severe weather information for East Alabama and West Georgia. Southern Union State Community College. Check them out on Facebook and also online, and tell them thank you for being a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather. Another huge part of our broadcast is Jamie Dukas. Get your ducks in a row with Dukas. He's been providing Alpha insurance for 20-plus years across East Alabama and West Georgia. You can get in touch with Jamie at 256-831-7770. The voice of the Woodland Bobcats, Mr. Jamie Dukas. All right, let's get into some weather this morning, and we do have some things to tell you about. We've got just a slight chance of general scattered thunder across Alabama and Georgia today. The front that came through yesterday and brought the showers and thunderstorms is really taking its time pushing to the southeast, so we still have enough energy in the area for a scattered shower from time to time. I don't think it'll be as concentrated as what we saw yesterday, and I think there'll be plenty of sunshine for your Friday, but we're going to throw about a 20 to 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm out there for you today, regardless of where you are across Alabama and across Georgia. As we take a look now at your expected high temperatures today, across Alabama, we'll hit 84 up in Gadsden, 83 in Birmingham, 84 in Alexander City, and Montgomery will top out at 86 degrees. And you'll see there the different shades of green, giving you the better chances of rain down in southeast Alabama, and then maybe just south of the I-85 corridor. And then you get north of that, and really we're at about a 20 to 25% chance of a shower across Alabama and Georgia. And that will linger into high school football tonight. Wadley playing last night, picking up a big, hard, tough-fought victory over on the West Bank, and then Randolph County, Woodland, and Handley will be in action tonight, and we're going to give you about a 20 to 25% chance of a scattered shower during the ball games. Most of you, if not all of you, will probably not have to deal with any rain this evening, but be prepared just in case. And then across Georgia, pretty much the same. We're looking at the high 70s across the mountainous regions of northeast Georgia today. And as we get down around Columbus, we're about 85, and then Valdosta will make it to 85 degrees this afternoon. And also in Georgia, the better chances of rain on your Friday will be down in the southeastern portions of the great state. Now, here's the big news this morning. We have a lot of action out there in the Atlantic. Of course, Gabrielle going off to the northeast, not an issue. Umberto is going to continue moving to the northwest and eventually curve back off to the northeast as well. That will not be an issue. But Amelia, what may become Amelia, could be a problem for the southeastern United States. Now, Alabama, I think you're pretty much out of play on this one. But the east coast of Florida, the state of Georgia, certainly South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, you are in play. And we believe that this storm, there's all kinds of possibilities out there on the board this morning, and I think the National Hurricane Center will be able to hone in pretty good today on what we think is going to happen. Big, huge dome of low pressure sitting over Alabama. Now, we know that low pressure spins counterclockwise, okay? And then we have high pressure setting up off the northeast, and that spins clockwise. So it's kind of like two different wheels turning in opposite directions, and it's going to pull this storm right up in between the two of them. Now, exactly where the low sets up across Alabama and exactly where the low sets up across the high sets up across the northeast, and the interaction with Umberto will steer what is probably going to become Amelia. Now, so it could slingshot that thing right into Georgia. It could be South Carolina. It could be North Carolina, or it could be the state of Florida. A lot of things to be determined today on this system. Nonetheless, most of the models show it turning back to the west-northwest after it makes landfall, assuming that it does. And in those cases, it brings what's left of the storm back across North Georgia and across northwest North Carolina. The areas that absolutely do not need this type of weather system. It was 1 year ago we dealt with Helene. Now we may have to deal with what's left of this storm, assuming that it does develop. Now, odds of it developing are very, very high. We're talking 90% or higher. So I think we at least get a strong high-end tropical storm, if not a Category 1 hurricane, before making landfall somewhere between Florida and Virginia, most likely right along the Georgia-South Carolina line. We're talking Savannah, Hilton Head. You guys need to be really paying attention to this. And while we're not expecting a catastrophic hurricane, you have to understand, because of the geographic way the coastline sits right there in that curve, water has absolutely nowhere to go. So if you get a storm in there pushing the water up against the shoreline, it's going to flood. And that is very low marshland through there anyway. So if you're out there on Jekyll Island, St. Simon's, maybe if you're out there on Tybee Island, Hilton Head, you got to really be in tune with what the forecast develops into over the next 12 to 24 hours. We're coming up on a weekend. A lot of public safety folks typically don't work on weekends. They probably will be this weekend. And it could develop very quickly. We're talking this might happen Monday into Tuesday. So we could go from nothing to a full-blown situation in a matter of hours. So got to keep a really close watch on this situation across Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia as we head into this weekend. And, of course, we'll keep you updated here on Dr. Don's Weather. Let's take a look at the current conditions at the venue at 5 Points Farms. Currently 72 degrees out there, feels like 74. Wind is calm. The humidity, well, you will never see it any higher than this. How about 100%? The barometric pressure, 29.89. Dew point 71. We picked up 0.31 of an inch of rain the past 24 hours, so you add that with the 29 we had the previous 24, and we're right there at 1 inch across East Alabama for this storm system. High temperature yesterday was 82. We currently have mostly cloudy skies. Sunrise this morning at 6:32, and the sun sets this evening at 6:33 p.m. Expecting a partly cloudy day, plenty of sunshine, though there will be a few passing showers from time to time. 81 in Roanoke, 80 up in Franklin. Carrollton makes it to 80 degrees. 83 in Dadeville, and Auburn tops out this afternoon at 83 degrees. Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. You see that front that's kind of draped across northwest Georgia, back into central Alabama, and then down to around New Orleans. And the rain showers moving well out ahead of that across middle Georgia and down into southeast Alabama, northwest Florida, places like Dothan, Alabama, Marianna, Florida, down into Apalachicola, getting some pretty heavy rainfall on your Friday morning. If you look real close, you see the spaghetti models there from the National Hurricane Center, and that's historical information coupled with what we know is going on out there in the Atlantic at the moment, and the weather systems that are moving across the all that's put together, and we come up with an idea on where the storm may go, and that's what those little bitty lines are. And you'll notice most of them bring the storm on shore somewhere between Charleston and Hilton Head, and then they curve that thing back up across the Georgia, South Carolina state line, and then eventually back into northeast Georgia. And that's what's got us concerned. That's going to put, if that happens, a tremendous amount of rain into South Carolina. We're talking 5 to 7 inches of rain from Charleston all the way back up to Charlotte. And then if it curves back up into North Georgia, then we could see easily 2 to 4 inches across the northeast Georgia mountains. And that would also put a copious amount of rain up in the northwest North Carolina. And, of course, we know 1 year ago we dealt with Helene up there, and they just don't need to deal with anything even remotely close to that as they continue to try to rebuild up there. So this is concerning, and we're going to keep a very close eye on it. It's early in the ball game, though this thing's going to develop fast. There's still time for things to change, and we got our fingers crossed that it does not take that track. We'll keep you updated here on Dr. Don's Weather. Now, let's grab your 6-day forecast. For today, for Friday, from the Alpha Weather Center, we're showing about a 30% chance of a shower, high temperature of 80 degrees. For a high school football this evening, about a 30% chance of a shower. Most of you will not see any rain. Kickoff temperature this evening will be somewhere around maybe 76, 77 degrees. And then as we get into Saturday, we start the day with some patchy fog. That turns into sunshine. No chance of rain on Saturday. 81 will be the high. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, for the moment, we're showing sunshine all 4 days. Right now, I really don't think that this potential tropical storm or hurricane will have much of an effect on East Alabama. But, I would be looking at Monday and Tuesday for at least a slight chance of a shower. That'll probably come out in the next weather package. Temperatures will be in the low 80s pretty much all week, except maybe on Wednesday. We dip into the upper 70s for your daytime high. Get your Dr. Don What About shirts. You can also pick up the Thunder Buddy shirts over at the Weather Store. The link is at the top of the video on Facebook, bottom of the video on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to us on Facebook. Folks, it's less than a cup of coffee. It's 99 cents a month. Goes a long way to support us here at Dr. Don's Weather. Enjoy your Friday. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. I'll see you back in here tomorrow morning. And don't forget to catch the ball games tonight on the iSchool Sports Network. I'll be along with your game night forecast at all of the ball games. Have a great Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.
That's a wrap on your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia, broadcasting from the Alpha Weather Center and powered by The Oaks, Integrated Contractor Services, Stevens Home Furniture, N&W Locks, Venture Fence, The State Masters, Southern Union State Community College, The Venue at 5 Points Farms, and Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery. Dr. Don's Weather is proudly supported by Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Genesis Stevens Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook. Share with your friends and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We'll see you back in here tomorrow morning for another edition of your Primetime Forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.